So, some people have, I think more people in Congress and stuff are more aware specifically which trust is mine. And if it were to start paying out 10% of profits right this moment, the pile of cash that would be dumped in my lap every year would be more than $1 billion. And, sometimes people say, well, then why are you so worried about growing the trust? If I don't keep growing it, it'll start shrinking. And 20 years of shrinkage is going to change a whole lot of my plans. So, this area here is kind of unique in that the people that, were excluded from the modern job creation kind of stuff still maintained some leadership and some cohesiveness and continued to persist. And a bunch of, increasing number of highly more concentrated Jews are starting to look at us. And more and more are going to be looking at us and talking about us and wondering why we're not working and stuff like that. And I want to design jobs for people like this, but it involves like logging with horses, or using my money to control things like logging so that I can ensure that a lot of as I think we have a lot invested in making sure that at least in the U.S. there's no social insurance program that says if you don't get an amniocentesis, you and your baby are off the medical plan. So, finding work for people, research into herbs and how to, what is really necessary, what are the different, it seems to me like there's lots of different ways around different problems, that the same substances are found in a lot of different things, that people use different recipes based on availability, and that the techniques have really very little variation. People might say they boil things down 3 times because of the Trinity. They boil things down 3 times because of the 3 times. But they still boil things down 3 times. And do different things with heat, alcohol, water. And they may not have the modern vocabulary to talk about what they're doing. And then, there's also going to be other people's random Millennial kind of people that need to be integrated somehow, because that helps facilitate business dealings. If you can find a way to keep, Cousin Ned from turning into Weird Cousin Ned, it really has a value added when you go to the negotiating table about some bigger business kind of thing. So, anyway, that's the kind of stuff I think about, because like, if I got to spend more than $1 billion a year, somehow or another, I really don't need to think about making a profit with that money, because that is 10% of the profits. At least 70% of profits will continue to go back into reinvestment for mass production of jobs. So, and then I take 10% for my own lifestyle, which involves all these unusual people.